What is up, everyone? This is the Southeast Asia Esports Federation Championship 2021. It is playoffs day, and we will have two semi-finals today to determine who will be our grand finalist. My name is Husky, and I'll be here to commentate the rest of the day. A wonderful moment for more Dota action. Yesterday, we witnessed the closure of Group A and Group B. Of course, we got our representatives in Group A. Thailand went undefeated to become the first seed, followed by Myanmar, who won the tiebreaker against Singapore, whereas from Group B, it was Philippines who went undefeated, followed by Laos to represent and make it into the playoffs. Now, the semifinals today, we have Thailand against Laos to kick things off, and afterwards with Philippines against Myanmar. All of this is organized by THAI-ESPORTS alongside our sponsors, #esports. But the first series, of course, will be a classic. Thailand against Laos, a bit of a friendly rivalry, a bit of a banter between teammates. We have Thailand, basically majority of the team of the players from Thailand are actually from Motivate Trust Gaming, except for Jackie, who is with Laos. So this is going to be kind of a bout for bragging rights, but most interestingly, we get to see how Laos is going to stand up to the rest of the region. Being one of the few nations in Southeast Asia that hasn't had as much spotlight as other countries. This is a time for Laos to prove their worth. We looked at a lot of their performance yesterday when they went up against teams like Vietnam. Laos, Jackie definitely was the superstar, but you also have to pay attention to Nevermind in that off lane. You have Akido as that position 4, the only player yesterday that we saw play that Earth Spirit to perfection. So that is definitely something to look forward to. Of course, Team Thailand, they have 4 members from Motivate Trust, and of course KNP being the last one to kind of fill in the slot from MY. But with that being said, we have the Weaver, Lion being banned now, so 2 supports right off the bat, and Snapfire is gonna be the first pick. A very popular hero throughout the group stage, especially we saw the Philippines play the Snapfire in the mid lane 2 games, thanks to Lelouch, able to really demonstrate how good this hero really is. But Thailand, they will ban out Jackie's hero. No Monkey King, no Medusa. They get themselves a Clockwork and a Lina, both
10 seconds
pretty decent against the Snapfire, especially the Clockwork. When Snapfire wants to go for the Anonymous Kisses, Clockwork it can always be there to cast away with that hook shot. So Thailand off to with a very solid opening. They have a setup with the Clockwork, a very decent laner, can really roam around. Of course, that Lina can always be flexed into a support or a mid, but judging by the opener, I feel like this Lina is in a very open position. So for Thailand, definitely don't have to worry too much. It really comes down to what Laos wants to pick. We saw a lot of emphasis on the Mars ban yesterday, but we also saw a lot of emphasis on the Thai Hunter and the Pangolier getting picked for the off lane. So we'll see if Laos will go for these heroes. I think the Thai Hunter has been the most popular one up to this point. Let's see if they're gonna go for it. So now they pick that Void Spirit. I'm gonna review that mid laner first. Confident enough that they're confident that this Lina is gonna end up mid, so they'll go straight for the Void Spirit and kind of lock down that middle lane. Darkseer gonna be the 3rd one to get banned out. A hero that was picked I think 2 times yesterday. One by Vietnam, if I'm not mistaken, and the other, I can't really remember the other game, but with what Vietnam showed us with the Darkseer game was definitely a sight to behold. Even though they didn't qualify, Red was able to show us that superior Darkseer plays. Thai Hunter getting banned out by Thailand. Now it's kind of a ban phase for all the offlaners. I'm expecting Mars to make it onto the list as well. Perhaps they will be looking at the Pangolier. The Legion Commander has also been a pretty popular pick in the off lane. We have not seen that hero be played in the support, although it is still a possibility. We'll see what Laos is gonna have for this next ban. Generally, they want to look for heroes that can set up for the Lina, and of course they banned the Lycan. It's kind of eliminating this fast-paced gameplay. Those helmet carriers. Of course, there's a Beastmaster available if Thailand still wants to go down their Lycan route. We'll see if that's going to be the case. They did ban out the Mars, so pretty expected. One of the few offlaners that have an ability to set up fights, have abilities to really dominate a lane. Magnus getting banned alongside the PL and Thailand. They pick up the Wraith King, a denied pick from Jackie at the same time, as Jackie did play the Wraith King yesterday in his game, I believe, against Vietnam, and of course to a stellar performance, with basically won with flying colors. So Thailand really dominating a lot, and I think for Thailand being able to take this Wraith King away is super crucial. They basically denied 4 picks from Jackie at this point. The PL, the Wraith King, and Monkey King. I think the last one, I can't remember the first ban, but generally, and the Medusa. So they took 4 post ones away from Jackie. That's gonna definitely put him in a corner, and I think with those bans, Jackie probably would go for his pick as the 4th pick in the second phase. Looking at Terrorblade, there's still a Drow Ranger. I think that would be nice. A Slark is also not pretty great as well, especially in those prolonged fights. They don't really have a way to catch the slot except for the Clockwork. Timbersaw and Nurse Spirit will be picked up. It seems like they really want to conceal Jackie's pick. Laos, they don't really have the last pick, so, but that's gonna really solidify the supports. So we have a Snapfire and Earth Spirit support. We saw Akido yesterday, so I'm guessing Min will be on the Snapfire. A Timbersaw, great against the Clockwork and the Wraith King so far. We can't really kill the Timbersaw before Silver Edge. Although Thailand have 2 Silver Edge carriers, I think Lina, if she goes the right click route, we might see that. But we'll see if Thailand would. We'll see if this forces the Lina to go into a more magical route or into a support role. There's still a couple of choices I think for Thailand to work with. There's the Leshrac, if they want some magic damage. There's always the Invoker, the Quasvec Spirit Vessel build for Thailand. So a lot of a couple of options for them to go for. So to go for the Bane, so this Lina is 100% going to end up in the mid lane. So we get a Bane Fire Clockwork 4. So the Bane into a Timbersaw definitely is a pretty decent pick. You kind of stop the Timbersaw every now and then from really pushing this Wraith King out of the lane. He's going to go into the jungle. No, I expect he's going to go into the jungle very soon, very early into the game. If the Timbersaw starts going out of control. In fact, it's a Timbersaw Earth Spirit, so this Bane is not going to have the easiest of time. They can definitely kill him off if they got on top of him. So Thailand, they're looking for an offlaner, and Legion Commander has been banned out. Thailand continuing to take away Jackie's heroes. So no anti-mage to burn the mana of the Wraith King. Basically, 2 of the biggest mana burners are out right now. Let's see what Laos have left in the tank. Another offlaner that can think of taking away perhaps the Pango. They take out the Night Stalker. Of course, Terrorblade is the last one to be taken out. Wraith King not really, won't really have a way to deal with Terrorblade later on. So this is definitely going to be Jackie's hero. Look at a Drow, a Slark. I think these 2 would be great.
5 seconds.
Not really sure if he wants to go for the Spectre. I feel like the Spectre would be a bit too slow. Let's see what they go for. So they go for the Ursa. Yeah, that does make sense. With the Enrage, you mitigate the Bane skills. You can really man fight the Wraith King. And of course, the Clockwork can lock you down, but he'll end up being a food. So loving this Ursa pick from Laos. A lot of in-your-face potential with this draft where they just want to get on top of the target and just go for those kills. I felt like early on, you definitely have the Timbersaw and Void Spirit to set the pace. And of course, this Ursa most likely will go for a Big Dagger to enable him to fight early as well. So that mid game is where Laos really shines, and Thailand will need to be aware of that for sure. Thailand is still looking for an offlaner. One of the few offlaners that kind of ignores the Ursa is the Pangolier. You Swashbuckle, you can disarm him. I don't think it's not affected by status resist. Of course, you can go for the Yules and kind of go through that enrage, and most importantly, Rolling Thunder to really disrupt the fight against someone like a Timbersaw. Or they can just go for the Viper. So an off-lane Viper. And that's gonna make life a bit harder. Easily kite the Ursa. You break him as well, so he can't get a trade with the Fury Swipes. Of course, for Nevermind, he's also needs to be a bit more worried of the Netatoxin. So loving this Viper pick from Thailand. So we're gonna have the side of, yeah, we're gonna have a mid Lina for sure. I think this is, yeah, I mean Gacha Boy. Yeah, he's gonna be in that mid lane. I believe this is Fearless, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's definitely Fearless. I do kind of like Laos' draft a bit more. I think they can play a bit faster. This Lina Bane Clock will have the potential to delay the game for the Wraith King, but I'm not sure if they can delay fast enough. That's going to be something that I will be concerned about for the side of Thailand. But aside from that, I think they should do fine. The mid game is definitely going to be the point where Thailand needs to somehow hold on.
Prepare for battle.
So we're gonna have a Fearless in the mid lane. Of course, Boom Bell and Q as a support. Offlaner Masaros as usual, and last but not least with KNP as the host one. So 5-man smoke from both teams, and yeah, I think Laos is about to run into Thailand. Of course they do, with Fire Blast, the stun onto Jackie, and put him to sleep. Good cookie to get him out of the way, but unfortunately you have Q with the Barrier Assault. They really want Jackie dead. Yeah, he's not gonna have enough. He's gonna go down. First blood over to Masaros. An already tough lane made even tougher with that first blood.
30 seconds to
And
battle.
just a good cast from Thailand. Masaros certainly happy with that first blood. We'll see if Thailand contests for the third bounty rune. Feels like they might. Of course, yeah, Boom Bell. He found the ward. Completely negating the vision from Laos. It's going to be 2 for 2. Min actually stole the bounty rune, but he has Masaros on top of him. I should be able to TP away. Q is, yeah, Q is not even gonna bother dealing with the Snapfire. So with this first blood, you can see that Masaros is immediately shipping out the ban of Falcon Skin. Even more damage and stats that really make this Ursa Slide miserable. They will actually bring Aikido to the bottom lane as well. They're gonna try and trialing this to make Jackie's life slightly easier, or maybe at least attempt to get a kill. But without the first swipe, it's gonna be a bit hard. Let's see how they're gonna do it. Aikido is actually just gonna show up. So they're gonna try this to make Jackie's life easier, but that means that they're also making life a bit hard for Nevermind, who's gonna get Nightmare Stunner and he's gonna lose his life as well. Double ring of protection plus the reactive armor, not enough to keep him alive, but they do kill off the Viper. They did trade the support though, they did trade Min for a kill onto Masaros, but at the end of the day, it's definitely worth it for Laos. I mean, he doesn't have a TP, so he needs to wait for a bit more, as he did use that TP early on. Wonder if he would TP top. I feel like that's gonna be the case. No, they actually plan to try lane, continuously trying this. So sacrificing the Timber lane a bit with a couple of levels, Nevermind should be fine. And you can see that he's just going for all the pulls. And it's gonna from that way. Masaros can go down again. Oh, Laos having the priority right. 2 deaths on this Viper, completely taking away whatever advantage that he got from that early first blood. Of course, for Nevermind, once he hits that level 2 reactive armor, he should be safe, and once he hits level 5 for the level 3 reactive armor, he should be completely fine. Yeah, they're still able to do some damage to him, but you know, he just needs to stay alive and get a couple of levels. He'll be absolutely fine. The double ring of protection definitely helped. Of course, being under the tower as well, those extra regen. Now the objective for this Timbersaw could aid the Remnant to pull Gacha Boy back, or to pull Fearless back in this case. So Nevermind hitting level 3, that's going to be level 2 reactive armor for sure. And yeah, I don't think Thailand's going to bother dealing with him. It's going to focus on that Wraith King, getting that Wraith King KMP farmed up. And for the side of Nevermind, he's just gonna do his thing. Survive the lane, get the levels, and when the mid game hits, we can expect him to start making moves. This try is definitely a bit tough right now for Masaros to deal with, as all of the Laos safe lane heroes have a way to get on top of him and to blow him up. And unfortunately, the Clockwork at this point in time is not able to deal with that amount of pressure. For Aikido, he's just gonna be pulling the camps to reset the wave, and you force Masaros to always push on forward, push away, play away from his tower so that you can gang on him. But there is a ward there from Thailand, so they do know where Aikido is. But unfortunately, they don't really have a way to deal with him. Yeah, okay, so Min actually tried to win for the bounty rune. Was able to block out a stack, and a good roll from Aikido. But unfortunately, for Fearless, he's gonna be fine. And see the support just working in tandem on the side of Laos, making sure that Jackie is their #1 priority. And despite that first blood, Laos' step up to get those 2 kills on Masaros with that tri-lane. Now, completely ruins the game. It ruins the lane for Masaros. But Nevermind. Again, buying time. And the regen up. The Timber Chain. The juke doesn't really happen as the brain stab from Boom Bell is a bit long. They were able to kill Nevermind, but he did buy a lot of time. And of course, Aikido, a good roll and kick onto Masaros. They're gonna get a cookie. The Cox doesn't really trap this Earth Spirit nor the Ursa, so Masaros most likely will go down, but he does trade his life with Aikido. But that's the 3rd death for this Viper, and when you look at the last, it's 26-8 for Jackie, and Masaros on 12-2. It really wasn't able to get much done. Of course, Nevermind. A double ring of protection, level 2 reactive armor, going for the soul ring and a chain vest. It's all about surviving in lane. Of course, there's still some semblance of magic damage from the side of Thailand to blow him up, but we saw how long that took. And of course, Thailand, they Boom Bell did plant a sentry and a ops in the Radiant Triangle. That's where Aikido is gonna walk past right now.
He probably will spot that out when he attempts to stack the large camp. Middle lane. Definitely going the way of the Lina. I mean, Fearless having just more than 2 waves. More than 2 waves ahead of BB, but again, that's kind of an expected lane result. Wonder if Akita will go for the gank. In fact, I think they are trying to do so. As Fearless did refill his bottle. Now he's gonna... Is he thinking of making his way to bot? Yeah, he is.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Timing is going to be the same as BB, who got the Invis rune then. They don't have a sentry, so BB's gonna try to go for the support skill. He's gonna be the one that goes down because Simulate to finish the job. Of course, meanwhile, you have Jackie running at Fearless, gonna use the Elder Save. Stun him up, Laguna on top. Jackie is not level 6 yet, so no enrage, but seems like he will be able to walk away regardless. With little of health. Masaros turns his attention over to Min. Yeah, Jackie. Not really sure what their plan was. I mean, certainly goes down. Seems like BB was thinking about going back, but unfortunately, he already respawned. Gets Fearless the bottle refill. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Okay, KNP needs to be super careful. I don't think the lifesteal is going to be enough against the chakra, and you can see KNP kind of struggling a bit. One last chakra, KNP forced to skill his ultimate. Remass TP in, a setup for Gacha Boy for Fearless. Yeah, after Nightmare and now LSA Dragon Slave, it's gonna be enough. Never mind suffering his 3rd death. Did bring the attention of this Lina away, which means Masaros will be vulnerable again, and then Toxin is gonna take away the Fury Strikes, but it's not gonna matter too much. Still end up dying. And even through all of the deaths on this Viper, and the fact that Jackie is so far ahead in last hits, you see the net worth for Masaros is still pretty close when compared with Jackie. So it seems like KNP is going for the armlet build. See, Akito already got the urn. But to drop a deep ward between the tier 1 and tier 2, Jackie Boy is gonna clean out that mid wave. He's gonna start jungling. But thankfully for Thailand, they will see that Ursa, now they know where it is. Masaru should feel a bit more confident just walking up and getting that farm. As we see KNP already in the jungle. Give me some space for Boombell to get that level 6 as Masaros makes the lane unplayable for Min unless they bring in a support. But the priority of the Laos right now feels like it's going to be in that middle lane as the Lina, I believe, gets gone on, same as the Bane. Might both go down. Of course, Boombell dies too, never mind, and the Lina also goes down. Fearless getting killed by BB. They do lose the Snapfire, but it's a small price to pay if you are Laos. You get 2 big kills, one with a streak. Of course, one is the enemy mid laner.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, and that ward between the tier 1 and tier 2 really paying off.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
And that should be the top tier 1. Because you can see that Q is here. Good kick, hook shot, follow up, Kitos. It's gonna be dead. Very well done by the Clockwork.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
In Thailand, through all of that, still in the lead. You can see the KNP taking all the empty lanes. He was in the jungle, but as soon as he notices that the top tier 1 is going to go down, he TP spot. Now he took the bot tier 1, he's shoving the waves with the skeleton. Highest net worth so far. You see a 3-man smoke from Laos. Ideally, they want to go for the Brave King, but Seems like they will run straight into both Masaros and Fearless. It's gonna be Fearless going down. Masaros wants to get away, but it will be BB on the killing spree. Boombell also shows up again underneath that ward. That's giving so much value. The Anonymous Kisses will do the job. 3 kills for Laos. And it's all thanks to one ward between that tier 1 and tier 2 in the mid lane.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower.
And with that, Laos should be able to start pressuring that mid tier 1. Of course, Thailand will respawn soon. The push will not happen, unfortunately. It's KMP. It shows up from behind with the fresh armlet. But it's not really a fight that Laos would want to take. So they back off. Jackie will go into the jungle. You have to boost the travel first item for this Lina. So Fearless setting his priority to be the one running around the map, clearing waves and setting up ganks. Smoke will be broken by Min. Q is gonna get a hook shot onto him. Laguna will finish him off. But that's also gonna save Jackie because now he will leave the triangle and go the jungle elsewhere as Thailand takes this opportunity to go onto that mid tier 1. No glyph available for Laos, they will lose this tower for sure.
Is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And we just one smoke gank. And Thailand really understanding the strength of their draft. And of course we talk about how this Rape King, I'm worried about this Rape King getting overwhelmed in the mid game. But since he went for the armlet build, now he's gonna allow him to fight even early compared to Ursa. He can join fights. But Fearless is still 100% gonna go down. Jackie claiming the kill. They see the ancient stacks. Unfortunately, they will not be clearing it out. That one most likely would again go over to KNP later on, or just Fearless when he respawns. So a good means of recovery. Really loving what Thailand are doing right now. And of course, never mind. He's gonna take away all the stacks before Thailand claims it. It's just the approach from Thailand from Laos right now, knowing that Thailand are itemizing to fight early, to match their rotation, to constantly be active on the map. They're taking the fight straight to them and definitely loving the approach. With that being said, we see Nevermind, he did get a Hood of Defiance early on, so it's definitely gonna allow him to put himself in the front line, and you can see that he is when the team is not fighting, when the team is not pushing, he is actively trying to defend lanes and match himself with the Rape King. And that Rape King is that one guy that he's the one guy that Rape King can't really kill, at least for now. And of course they will lose mid again. However, Akito rolls in. They're gonna follow up with the Astro, stab the LSA, not gonna stun anyone. A good simulate dodge. Laguna on top of Akito, who will go down, but not before he gets the magnetized refresh. And it's gonna be Jackie joining the fight as well. 2 kills for each team. And it's gonna be a retreat. Fight pretty much over. And just a good response from Laos, not letting Thailand get away with 3 kills. Able to trade 2 back. And of course, for Laos' side, it's slightly more worth as they did get Masaros. They only lost both their supports. Jackie is actually doing a pretty good job keeping up despite not having despite this Rape King. I expect him to be so much further ahead in KNP. See, especially when he was given plenty of space to work with. Laos continues to be active, and we saw the effectiveness of Q on this Clockwork. actively catching out the Snapfire, just kind of making the fight a 4 versus 5. They do see the supports of Laos under that ward in front of the top tier 1, and Fiend Spirit on top of BB. That's gonna be a dead Void Spirit. It's a good smoke gang. And Q, he's gonna find more. Good Frost Staff from Min. Keep Akido alive. But with the death of this Void Spirit, it's gonna be Roshan time for Thailand. They don't have the Fiend Script. It's something that Laos can capitalize on. You can see, never mind. He's just gonna throw the Chakra in. No cogs, no hook shot, no Fiend Script. It's gonna be de-engaged. Laos goes straight into the pit. KNP in danger, standing on top of one of his kisses. He's gonna go down. Can he respawn in time? No! Jackie kills the Roshan, steals the Aegis away as Nevermind cleans up Fearless. And now Nevermind's gonna throw his life. Good cookie from Min. But unfortunately, it's not gonna be enough. Min's gonna sacrifice himself as Nevermind with a good timber chain downhill to get a killing spree onto Masaros. The Chakra again on the Boom Bell with Akido. He's now back in the fray. They're gonna go on top of the kill with the Whirling Dab, taking away a lot of that health as Jackie wills on him. Laos with a clean Roche fight, taking 3 kills. And most importantly, taking that Roshan and the Aegis. A huge swing in their favor.
Dire's structures are fortified.
That's gonna allow them to get to go on this mid tier 1. As Thailand kind of really forcing the issue a bit too much. Not really respecting Laos' strat, not really respecting that this Timber Saw can get things started, can contest Roshan, and of course the Monimus Kisses from the Snapfire being one of the big factors of that Roche fight. So slight, I would say slight recklessness from Thailand's side. So you get a slight pause, but I feel like even if Thailand lost that, it definitely does slow them down a bit, but I don't think it's the end just yet. However, they would have loved to have that Aegis. I think Thailand, if they have that Aegis, they just need to wait for the Ultimates for, and just go for round 2, and that should allow them to get a bit more objectives to work with. But with that being said, right now, Jackie, he has the Aegis to work with. Thailand needs to give a bit more respect to the teamfight capabilities of Laos. And of course, you can see that Jackie picking the Ursa. Another reason was for the Diffusal, to get rid of the mana from the Rape King and stick onto the supports as well. Of course, KNP eventually will get the shard, so it doesn't really matter if he doesn't have mana. But early on, that Diffusal really has a lot of merits. And it seems like they might have smelt blood. Looking for KNP. Thankfully, they ducked into the tree line, so not gonna find KNP, but they do find Q. So the support going down. A lot of information given. BKB online for Fearless. And allowing to stay in the fight a bit longer. But Laos, they know that as long as they have the Aegis, it's pretty tough for Thailand to fight right into them. Catching their clockwork, that's gonna allow Nevermind to at least kill the bot. Try to put some pressure on this bot tier 1. Wonder if Thailand would try to go for it though. There is the Fiend Script available. Thankfully, Min is also nearby. If the Bane decides to just go for the grip.
Is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Now with the bot tier 1 now, you can see for the side of Boom Bell, he is still hiding in the tree. I wonder what his plan was. They do have a ward, so they know. So they have a bit of info when the where the heroes from Laos are, but it doesn't seem like the rest of Thailand want to commit to anything. In fact, they're just gonna TP out. So the Bane's not really getting much done in that sense. KNP is playing super far away from his team.
This will hasten.
Thoughtful elders. Coming in.
4-man smoke now up for Laos. He's probably gonna try and invade the triangle again, and this time the smoke most likely will be broken just by Boom Bell. Definitely a worthy sacrifice. Much needed one. You can see the rest of Laos. Oh, they're actually gonna run into Fearless. Oh boy, Fearless. He does have the BKB if he needs to use it, because Akito's gonna roll on forward. Pull the smash, it's gonna connect. Fearless still holding on to his BKB, but he might need to use it soon. Jackie comes in, they have the damage, they blow right through him. And that's a fresh 9-second BKB down the gutter. Fortunately for Fearless, he held on for a bit too long. Thought that the rest of Laos were not there, but just saw them in the triangle. So losing this Lina, still need a bit more space. The good news for Thailand is that Laos, this Aegis going over to Laos, they were not able to utilize it too much. All the tier 2s for Thailand still stand uncontested. That's the bright side of this situation. It's about to support smoking up. It's gonna break. They do see BB. Okay, a good hook shot. Cox, it's a Fiend's grip. You can see a good grip from Akito at max range. Cancels the grip. Now he drops the magnetize. BB goes in. Does get put to sleep, but unfortunately he's gonna be awoken pretty soon. The Spirit Vessel plus magnetize is gonna be enough to kill off Q. He knows that he's dead. Jackie solo kills Masaros off screen as they caught him at the river. Now Monimus Kiss is out. And then slow KNP down. Never mind, use him into the air. Boom Bell's gonna be dead, trying to save his fellow Brave King, but unfortunately nothing much that he can do. That's the first life of this Brave King. They also get the bash onto Fearless. Fearless is gonna be down. The cookie stun, followed by the boulder roll, and Jackie is godlike. Thailand gets obliterated in this team fight. And it's just masterfully played by Laos. And now that's gonna allow them to siege that tier 2 for sure. And then we talk about how Thailand, they took away that mid tier 1 very early on Laos' side, and when they were not able to get much control in the jungle. In fact, look at the vision. It's Laos everywhere. Deso for the Red King, he's going for the BKB next. And I love Jackie's itemization. He gets the blink, he gets the basher, and now he's going straight for the Aghanim Scepter. So even if he gets Fiend's Grip or Nightmare, he can use that enrage and, you know, reduce the duration of the debuff as BB can go on top of Q. They're gonna roll in for Kiro as well. Good boulder smash onto 2. And of course with the silence, Victoria Masaros from helping out Q. Another death on this Clockwork going over to this Earth Spirit. Laos starting to run away. And this is kind of the pace that we expect Laos to be playing at on this draft. And that's also one of the things that I worry for Thailand. They have a lot of these single targets, disables, but they don't really have that team fight, or at least as good as a team fight compared to what Laos have in their arsenal with this draft. Roshan's gonna be up in another 30 seconds. That will be the shard. Because the Aghanim Scepter almost done for Jackie. He is so close. And it's gonna be done just in time for Roshan to spawn. So Laos are hitting a incredibly precise timing on this Ursa. Of course, they also have the Aghanim Scepter on BB as well. That's gonna allow him to... There's so many ways to cancel the Fiend script, or at least mitigate most of his effect. And now Jackie, it's gonna have that Agnes as Roshan delayed by a bit, slightly later spawn. And I think they might have saw Boom Bell. Nah, and they do. I think Akito
Dire's
is
top
going on the
tower
hunt.
is under attack.
Is able to see Boom Bell. Boom Bell puts him to sleep. Unfortunately, BB is here. Ate the Remnant. A good Lotus Orb from Nevermind. And split second, the Magnetize goes off. Because of that, Boom Bell still survives, and Jackie's gonna get grip. He's gonna use that fresh axe, immediately pops the Ray. Speed Grip does nothing. One of his kisses raining down from afar. They still want to go for Jackie. Does have the Earth Shock. It's gonna be knocked back by the Cogs. BKB caught by Fearless as well. They finally loses Ursa, and Nevermind most likely will also go down. The buyback from Boom Bell paying off. 3 kills for Thailand. As Laos move a bit too far into the territory. And this might be the Roshan for Thailand. A very important one as well, a second Roshan.
Radiant are scanning.
And this time Laos will not be able to contest that. They don't have the Mortimer's Kisses, Timbersaw is dead. Of course you don't have the Ursa as well.
Roshan has fallen to the ground.
Age is going over to the Lina. A double damage rune bottle up for Fearless. With this Aegis, it's kind of a reset button for Thailand. Or the goal advantage that Laos garnered from themselves earlier on, that has been eliminated.
Boom! There it goes.
See another 4-man smoke
Radiant's
coming
middle
over
tower
for the
is
side
under
of
attack.
Laos. Moving into the dire triangle. Unfortunately, it's not gonna find anyone there.
Radiant's top tower.
Jackie will go for the BKB next. BKB and shot. Oh, we get the Titan Silver. That's gonna be absolutely amazing. On top of what he already has with the Agams.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's courier has been killed.
Players here.
So Laos were not able to find anything in the Thailand triangle, and of course now Thailand going for their own smoke. And after rocket flare to scout the info as well, I think they saw Nevermind. Sanshkaya purchased by the Void Spirit by BB. Unfortunately for Thailand, they also were not able to find anything. Laos completely dodging that smoke gang. Of course the supports will be playing with Jackie. If they see any targets, they will be able to get the kill for sure. Gameplay is kind of slowed down. Laos trying to wait out the Aegis, but Thailand, they want to utilize it. Let's get that top tier 2 and get control of the Radiant
Radiant's
Triangle.
top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay. Thailand finally take the top tier 2. It seems like, are they going for it? Oh, they have the DD. I think they want to commit.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah, they're
is
gonna
under
force
attack.
Laos to respond to it. There's no glyph for Laos, so it's gonna be a good one from BB immediately blowing out Boom Bell. So no Fiend Script, no Nightmare. Can they get the bash onto Fearless? No, they can. Cannot. Jackie not really in the fray. So another BKB TP usage from Thailand. They're able to do some substantial damage to the top tier 3. Because the prioritization from Laos is superb. Killing off the Bane, making sure that there's no disruption in those if they continue fighting. Scotty now bought by Fearless.
Bounty.
The roll in.
Dire's middle tower.
Akito not able to get the connection. KMP able to blink away with his blink dagger. Of course, now they have the nether toxin, so Nevermind needs to be careful. Let's have the Timber Chain to give themselves some distance. Bane Boom Bell respawning in a bit, so Laos gonna go for the retreat.
Earth's bounty.
Thailand with another 5-man smoke this time. Once more infiltrating the Laos triangle. And again, Laos was able to completely dodge the gank. You can see that for Thailand, they really want to get some kills. Kind of shove in the top wave, threaten that high ground. They want to use this Aegis, but Laos is really reading their movement super well and not giving them the chance to do so.
What? Don't you roll with a crew?
See the Bane going for the Agnes Scepter just for the reduced Fiend Script cooldown and of course the extra illusions. So it'll be harder to cancel. And of course for the Viper, Master is also going for the Axe. Oh, he went for the Hurricane Pike first. Oh, they just saw the TP from Min.
Haste.
So Jackie finally got his BKB. This might be go time for Laos if they want to. See what's gonna be their move. Third Roshan is gonna be up in a minute and 40 seconds. So I'll try and take control of this outpost at least. Give them some distance. Put some distance between them and Thailand. The Fearless with the booster travel will be constantly shoving up those waves. You can see that the bottom and mid wave are getting really shoved in by Thailand, and
is under attack.
Laos, in the meantime, they're gonna get a gem for themselves
Radiant's bottom tower is under
and also
attack.
find push down the top tier 2. So Thailand,
Radiant's middle
they're trying to
tower is
draw
under
members
attack.
from Laos, but Laos so far are
Dire's
not biting the
top
bait.
tower is under attack.
Stop Kuras online for KNP. Kills TP top. Thailand not really looking for a fight just yet as Min with the cookie away. Everyone from the side of Laos able to cleanly disengage. So unfortunately for Thailand, they brought in the numbers, they brought in the members, but you can't get anything done. Now the Laos going for a smoke. I'm gonna check the Roche pit first and I'm trying to get a couple of kills. See, they might have an idea. Oh, it's the Bane again. Super unfortunate that they found the Bane once more. So Masaru's gonna just try and TP away. The roll from Akito a bit too short. It's gonna be a slightly longer Roshan spawn and extra 2 minutes on the timer. So next Roshan is gonna be the most important one. If it's the axe, I feel like they might give it to... They might just give it to Nevermind for the double chakra.
And it's off.
But I do think the Earth Spirit axe is pretty decent as well. 5-minute smoke from Thailand once more. As Aikido gets a fresh BKB, that is going to be huge. Allowing him to stay in those fights. Of course, this huge wraparound from Thailand. Just to try and look for Nevermind, who is hiding in the tree lights. Oh, they might find him. He's going to break the smoke. Oh, he's going to team chase straight into KMP. He breaks the smoke. KMP blinking on top of him. Good Lotus Orb. And now they're going to jump on the Bane once more. The Bane not able to get anything done. They get a hook shot onto both Jackie and Aikido, but it feels like it doesn't matter too much. KNP does destroy Aikido though. Aikido immediately buy back. They get to 8 the Remnant to keep Fearless in place. And now Nevermind also on the chopping block. Vipers try to keep Jackie away as Nevermind slowed down and broken by the Nanotoxin. He's going to go down to Masaros. Goes Fearless, but now double BKB activated again. Jackie gets the bash onto Masaros. He needs a couple more swipes to do the job, and yes, he will. Oh, the blink from KMP into an 8 the Remnant, and now the Mother's Kisses from afar. KMP getting the Ray Fire Blast on top of BB. Gets 4 staff away. The call giving a bit more distance. Aikido, who just bought back, gets a Laguna in the face. Let's get the Glimmer. They'll Fiend Scream him on from the high ground. And that's going to be a buyback for this Earth Spirit. And now Nevermind buying back again. Min doing the same. Since Laos really want to get this fight going and continue what they started. As BB is going to see KNP again. Pulling back with the Remnant as the silence. But can't really man fight is raking right now. Nevermind coming in. Finish off that first life. Of course, we have Jackie trying to go on kill. Not able to jump over the wall. And that's going to be him put into a nightmare, but it's going to use the Enrage to get rid of it. Nevermind will suffer a dieback for sure. Masaros now with Viper Strike on top of Jackie. Thankfully, the 8th the Remnant is there. They will cookie Jackie away to safety. And that's going to be Thailand winning out the fight. And just as Roshan spawns, Thailand will be able to claim this third Aegis for sure. Unless Laos pulls off a Hail Mary attempt. And I don't think they can contest this in any capacity.
Roshan has fallen to the dire.
Immortality.
Radiant are scanning.
And now that one fight from Thailand has catapulted them into a very commanding position.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And with this newfound Aegis, I wonder if they get the refresher. Oh, they get the Aghanim
Radiant's
Blessing.
middle tower is under attack.
And they give it to Rape King. Everyone now has an extra life.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And that's gonna be the
Radiant's
first set of
middle
racks going down.
Radiant's middle
And unfortunately,
has fallen.
it's still 35 more seconds until Nevermind comes back. He did die early on.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Thailand should be able to get 2 sets of racks unless there's a roll in. BKB pop again, and a good kick. Jackie goes straight onto Masaros, but Masaros being forced out away to safety. BKB by Aikido, that's a fresh one. They get the stun. Fiend Scream on top of BB. BB is dead. Jackie does kill off the Bane, but now he's completely isolated, all alone. Does pop the Enrage. Tries to go on to Fearless. Fearless goes invisible, and it's gonna pop out again. Jackie goes down. Newbie. BB comes in, takes away the Aegis, gonna use the sub pump into the air, but Fearless will come back to life as BB gets chopped into pieces. That's a dieback for this Void Spirit. It's most likely a GG. Thailand able to just come back with one fell swoop, one good fight that lead to Roshan. And unfortunately, Laos were not able to stand up to it. Jackie will call it, and it's gonna be GG. Thailand taking the first game of this best of 3. They're 1 game away from the grand final. Very exciting game, but we talk about this, you know, mid game. I'm definitely more worried for Thailand, as we saw Laos really playing this very fast-paced game. But come late game, Brave King coming online, Alina starts dishing out damage, and of course the Viper Masaros with the Nanotoxin making lives extremely difficult for the likes of the Timbersaw, the Ursa to work with. So in those fights, they really can't output the damage or stay alive as long as they want to. And the late game was basically Thailand's to take. And with that being said, Thailand now leads this best of 3
1-0. If they win the next one, they will be the first finalist for this SEAEF Championship. But of course, we've seen what Laos can do to see if they can come back and push us to a game 3, or will Thailand take it all in a clean sweep fashion after this break. Welcome back, everyone. This is the Southeast Asia Esports Federation very first championship. It is for 2021, brought to you by THAI-ESPORTS alongside our sponsors #esports. We just witnessed game number 1 of the semi-finals between Thailand and Laos. And of course, Thailand able to stuck it through that mid-game chaos and come right back swinging, proving to the boys in Motivate Trust Gaming, plus KMP, really proving to Jackie that he's on the wrong side of the team. But nonetheless, it is all not just for bragging rights, it is also for that grand final spot and the eventual $14,000 if they manage to win all of it. Thailand did come in from Group A, first seed as the undefeated team, against second seed from Group B, which will be Laos. This best of 3 is still not done just yet. Laos has one more chance to push us to a game 3, and if Thailand wins this, they're going straight into the grand finals, and Laos will be knocked down into the third, fourth placing match tomorrow. We will see what the drafts say. So far, I think Thailand definitely have a great grasp on what Laos tried to do, especially in that game number 1. A lot of emphasis on shutting Jackie down, banning out his hero pool, deny picking him, they take away the Wraith King, they ban PL, they ban AM, they take out Terrorblade at the Monkey King, and even the Medusa, really forcing Jackie into a really uncomfortable position. We'll see if that is going to be the case for game number 2. I definitely want to see Laos kind of step it up, especially on the support roles. I think the supports have done a phenomenal job. Aikido and Min in particular, especially Aikido on that Earth Spirit. Unfortunately, Thailand just played a bit more composed throughout the later stages of that game number 1. So we get a Lina Medusa ban from Thailand, and Laos this time will ban out the Weaver Mars. Standard bans from the group stage as well. Thailand this time getting themselves that Snapfire as the first pick. Because this time Laos will have the last pick, and in even better fashion, they will get the Monkey King and Disruptor. A combination that Laos has really loves running this Monkey King Disruptor. Now they get their comfort opening picks for game number 2.
10 seconds remaining.
And in the last game, we saw both Thailand and Laos pick that mid laner
5
second.
seconds remaining.
I think for Thailand, they probably won't go down that route, at least for now. They don't see a need to, and the reason that Laos picked that Voice Spirit after was because they saw the Lina first. And Thailand probably looking for an offlaner. Very common, sweet Snapfire, Tide Hunter, we saw that a lot. We saw Pango and Legion Commander being picked up as well for the offlane. We'll see if that's going to be the case. Thailand did play Masaros on his Viper in game number 1, that was up against the Timbersaw. Thailand just instantly picks the Wraith King. Again, is picking it straight into a Monkey King. Now no fear at all, knows that he will eventually be able to skill up. They ban the Tide Hunter. Often is that will give Wraith King some headache. Of course, Tide Hunter is going to be one of them.
5 seconds remaining.
Looking at Laos's pick, I think they probably right now probably want to be banning out probably want to ban out off lanes as well. Wraith King early on definitely is gonna have some problems in the mid game in trading into the Monkey King. The Monkey King obviously into any melee matchup, he will have a pretty decent time.
Radiant team ban.
Because Laos wants to eliminate heroes that the Disruptor find it troublesome to deal with or catch. So Puck is definitely one of it. The Invoker banned out by Thailand.
one of the few heroes that again can burn the mana of the Wraith King.
Dire team
And it's going to
ban.
be the next to be taken out by Laos. And Thailand bans out the Timber Saw.
Dire team pick.
See, the final ban from Laos. Actually, the Clockwork. Okay.
Seconds remaining.
So it's gonna be Laos with the pick first.
5 seconds remaining.
Someone that can deal with the raking in the off. I'm kind of still thinking of the Pango, and also really annoy the heck out of the Snapfire. Someone who just ignores,
Radiant team pick.
you know, what the enemy is doing. Yeah, there we go. The Pangolier picked up by Laos. Definitely a lot of chaos in those fights, and the disarm will always be able to, really limit what this Wraith King can do in those fights.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Dire team.
Lion.
So Thailand goes straight for the Lion, okay, and the Bloodseeker. Straight up the answer to the Pangolier, especially the Bloodseeker, able to really make life hard for this Pango.
5 seconds remaining.
And right now, Thailand's draft definitely is a bit more solid. They have instant disables for the Monkey King and the Pango, and of course the Bloodseeker solves all the problems for them. You rupture the Monkey King or the Pango, they both suffer equally. So this is definitely going to be pretty tough for Laos to play into. They have no way to deal with that. I think that's going to be the biggest problem. So Thailand kind of putting Laos in a very tough spot. Laos still looking for, they still have one of the supports, or I'm not sure if if the Bloodseeker pick will force the Monkey King to go support as they pick another core. Definitely in a very tough spot right now. I mean, Pangolier Monkey King, I guess it's okay into a Wraith King Lion. You definitely can really push this Wraith King away. But any opposed want to deal with the Bloodseeker, someone that can stand there and man fight. It feels like a Terrorblade or something. But no, they pick the Legion Commander. So that means that a Legion Commander. Wonder if they want to go for Legion Commander support. So there's I think in this scenario, they probably would want
10 seconds
this
remaining.
Pango to be a 3 instead.
5 seconds.
They probably want to
remaining.
put Legion Commander as a core, I think. I think the Pango, all he wants is levels, and then he can just start rolling thunder, especially when he's negated by the Bloodseeker Rupture anyways. You might as well put that goal into someone else. Now, no matter how much net worth the Pango has, if he gets ruptured, he becomes pretty ineffective in the fights. So I think Laos wants to kind of move that net worth prioritization over to a LC. I would be surprised if they put the LC as support. I feel like the LC support, LC4 is just a bit too wonky. Thailand bans out the Lesh. Both teams looking for the mid laner right now.
Radiant team ban.
Laos banning the Tinker. Definitely, they don't have a way to deal with Tinker for sure. I think if you are Thailand, you probably will be looking at a Kunkka pick.
10 seconds remaining.
I feel like the Kunkka is a very good pick right now
5
for
seconds
Thailand.
remaining.
What else do we want to ban in the mid? The spirits are still available. I think the Ember, the Void, the Storm.
Dire team ban.
I think the Storm Spirit would be a good choice for the side of Laos, I think. They banned the Depth Prophet, okay.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Storm Spirit.
There we go. So I was expecting Laos to pick up the Storm. So they banned the Ember. Thailand takes the Storm away. I feel Laos would really like the Storm.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
This Laos in a really tough spot. I don't know what else can they go for. The Void Spirit seems like the best option. I want to go for the Queen of Pain. I mean, Queen of Pain is okay. I mean, matchup wise, it's definitely fine against the Storm, but I'm definitely worried. Like this Bloodseeker, good against the Queen of Pain, good against the Pango and the Monkey King. It's gonna be a, it's gonna be a 4 Pango. I definitely preferred Thailand's draft in this game. I think Thailand's draft it solves a lot of issues for them. They have team fight. They have, most importantly, they have ways to really negate the efficiency of Laos, and at the same time, Laos could find it really hard. I don't know how Laos is gonna kill that Wraith King 2 times. The only one that can really man fight is the Monkey King, but he's gonna be limited by the Split Seeker. So this is gonna be a tough game for Laos. I feel like Thailand has definitely outdrafted them, left, right, and center. But we see. If Laos wins this, they'll definitely be able to get into if Laos wins this, we'll get a game 3. Well, that's only if. I think right now, it doesn't seem to be the case. Whereas for Thailand, I think this Storm and Bloodseeker is going to be a pain for Laos to deal with. It's going to create so much space for the Wraith King to farm. Once the Wraith King comes online, I don't see how Laos will be able to stop him. But I think the one thing that Laos can definitely do to mitigate that pressure is they really are relying on this Queen of Pain and LC. You kind of need to get them online as soon as possible. This LC will probably spend a lot of time running around. Monkey King is going to go for the Echo Saber. They will try to run around the map and try to get those individual dual kills and push the tempo. I think that's the most straightforward way for Laos to have an advantage. If they go even against Thailand, I feel like Thailand is going to win just because of that. So we'll see if that's going to be the case. I think from Thailand's side, even the matchups, I feel like it's going to be a bit of a... I am looking at the Pangolier and the Legion Commander to make life hard for the Wraith King, but the fact that the Pangolier, the fact that it's the Legion Commander core, it feels like it will be a front fest. Good thing is the Legion Commander shouldn't be dying in the lane, but Needed as the Wraith King though. So we get a invasion again from Thailand. And this time, I'm able to get the first blood across the ward from yeah, and again a good, just a good presence of mind from Laos. Oh, it's a fine invasion from Laos actually. In fact, I'm not able to find anyone.
Normally.
The battle begins.
So we'll get a 2-2 split in terms of bounty rune. But I was definitely taking out that mid lane ward. It's gonna help them out a bit. Should get some extra go injection. Look at that, the thunder strike from Min is making life for the Lionheart. And that's definitely a good start. And Jackie really trying to control this Bloodseeker and getting those denies. Of course, that's going to force the South up from Boombell. As he was able to take away just with the Thunder Strike alone. I think as long as the lane goes well for the Monkey King, they should be... Laos should be in a good spot. Again, they need to be... the Laos needs to have a lead. The bottom lane, you can see the Rape King is doing absolutely fine. Of course, never mind getting pressure as well. The Siege Commander should be fine. Press the attack and the moment of courage be able to help sustain in lane. So it's going to be a very stagnant one all around for both teams. Though a lot of potential is going to be in this mid lane. I think BB will have a slightly better time. As the Queen of Pain into a storm. Just 69 from this Queen of Pain. It's doing absolutely well. Constant Shadow Strike as well is gonna make Fearless's life incredibly rough.
Mine.
Yeah, and Fearless, you gotta be really careful. Actually, yeah, there's no water room for him as well. Only has the bottom to work with. That's top lane. Asaro was trying to chase down Min, but not able to do so. You can see Jackie, he actually missed the bounce strike just now. Probably the most volatile lane is going to be this top lane. And Boombell on this line will continue to be a nuisance. Oh, they found Fearless, he's dead. First blood for BB. Good ward from Akito. They saw this storm. They see that the storm was in the mid lane. Akito plants a preemptive ward, immediately catches him as he goes for the jungle. That's a very important kill. Masaros will be able to claim. No, they actually don't. A good assistance from Jackie with the stun from the boundless strike, letting Min deny himself to the camp. So giving nothing away. They do lose. Never mind. in the bot lane. Something that feels like shouldn't be happening, especially when it's a Legion Commander and a Pango. So that's definitely huge for Thailand. The Q even going over to KNP. Get another ward. Spawning out the storm, farming up the stacks. And you know who's coming. It's gonna be BB. Steal some away. Get able to push Fearless out of the jungle. Even take the stack, so Fearless definitely needs some help with the electric vortex, but Jackie, yeah, he has that figured out. Gonna Primal Spring his way, get a kill, might find a courier on the way out.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
As Laos really putting the pressure onto this onto the storm, making sure that he doesn't come online, and that's exactly what they need to do. When we talk about how pivotal the Queen of Pain is going to be, of course you need to see the commander to also have a decent time, but Lil Shredder plus the Wraith King crits are making life incredibly tough. In fact, in the top lane, Master was trying to go for Min again, but the kinetic field is going to keep Min safe. So South himself up. Couple slow with the Thunder Strike. Shield crash on top of him, Boundary Strike, and of course one last tick from the Thunder Strike will kill him off. Master goes down. Supports from the side of Laos, being really proactive, and getting the job, getting work done. Oh, no. He's found again. Trap the kinetic field. They should be able to kill on Min in return. Give the TP in to help as well, but I think that yeah, they might. They actually would find Akito as well. There's no mana to swashbuckle away. Kind of a trade of supports. But the Queen of Pain is gonna have a great lead. The warding from the supporters of Laos is incredible. Catching this Storm jungling 2 times in a row, killing him off, and of course that really is gonna set him back by a lot. In fact, BB, oh boy, the cookie from Q misses. The supports team really trying to stop this Queen of Pain, but they do secure a double damage rune for Fearless. So that's one of the few good news out of this game so far. There is a smoke though from BB, and yeah, they saw Q. Q is 100% going to go down, but not before he takes up the Observer Ward. Oh boy, and he still did Shadow Strike, and he finds himself a courier. Master does kill off Jackie. Wonder how that happened. Yeah, he didn't have the rupture as well. Wonder how did Jackie die? Maybe they set it out with the stuns into the blood, right? Fearless. Gonna get a bottle refill. Because with the double damage rune online, no one from Laos would want to even think of challenging him. I think so far for Thailand, they are definitely trying to recover the storms. See the Sonic Wave being used in the top lane. The glimpse only serves to save Fearless as a good deny from Boombell. Taking out Masaros. It's gonna really make it not that worth for the side of Laos. They were able to get the Lion in return. So it ends up being a support for a support.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And the Observer Ward from the side of Laos, really giving them that information. They're thinking of taking out KNP. Of course, there's a kinetic field. KNP tries to turn around and fight. Never mind. Shield crash from Akito and a swashbuckle Facebook from KNP. Might be able to get him out of danger. Overwhelming odds is gonna force that ultimate out. Let's take away the ultimate for 200 seconds. KNP. So far, it's a pretty even game, and I think this is definitely good news for Thailand. The Red King is not really pressure at all. Highest net worth so far is being able to just farm up a storm. They barely got his ultimate out, but you can see that Laos, they don't really have a way to keep the pressure on. It really boils down to the Legion Commander and Queen of Pain. But the Legion Commander had a terrible start to the game. So now, and never mind, it's also kind of playing the recovery. It's pretty hard for him to find a duel against the draft of Thailand.
Denied!
They do have a finger at Monimus Kisses though. Are they gonna be able to kill him off? Never mind being called out by the synergy of Q and Boom Bell. Good cookie into a instant stun and Monimus Kisses. So they still have the finger of death. Yeah, and with the finger of death online, they're not looking for a secondary kill. If they kill BB, it's gonna be huge. But thankfully, he blinks away before the vortex comes in. Was Laos TPing both? Never mind. And Min to back him up. They go straight on to Fearless, but that's a pretty tough guy to kill. Aikido, he is so far in. They should be able to get away. CBB still looking for something, but unfortunately, no kills for the side of Laos. They really went deep for that one.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh yeah, and we saw the armlet purchased by the Red King, and Aikido will be caught out by Fearless
Has been denied.
thanks to that war on the cliff. Thailand having a way better game. Supports from Thailand smoking up again. Yes, they still have the finger of death to burst anyone down, and oh boy, they're gonna see Jackie. Oh, he jumps on top of the tree, immediately spotted out. Ah yeah, that's the finger. Never mind. The wrong place, the wrong time. The Monimus Kisses just come off cooldown. He's gonna use the press the attack to get away. Rolling Thunder in. KMP does have the second life with the res. Does have the armor toggle as well. Might not even need to use his ultimate.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And that's a huge kill for Thailand, killing off this Monkey King. While all of that was happening, Masaros is casually farming up top. As the rest of Laos, they are gathered around, they really want to find something. Can't do so. Maybe top would be it.
Tower is under attack.
Jackie's ready here. Masaros will be the target. Go straight with the Sonic Wave onto both Masaros and kill. Masaros gonna try and TP, but he'll be glimpsed back. Drops the Rupture, wants to get a kill for himself, but that will not happen. Laos finally getting something done.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Where Jackie finally got his Echo Saber. Wonder what Nevermind is going though. I feel like he needs an instant dagger. Just so he can he needs an instant Wing Dagger so he can really move with the rest of his team. Kind of catch Thailand off guard.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
KNP getting pressure once more. So far, his Rape King has been completely uncontested. Look at it. He is pretty far in terms of net worth. And of course, yeah, I don't think Laos have enough damage to even kill him. It's definitely kind of an issue that they need to address. And since it's an Echo Saber, so I'm not expecting any defusal from the side of the Monkey King. But it's all about trying to get the tempo up. And you can see that Thailand, they are just getting more and more control and more network for their cores. The Storm Spirit and the Rape King are having a phenomenal game. Finally, find a fight. It's gonna be a zip in from Fearless. They blow up Min. Wukong's command is out. They get a deuce on this Lion. They go to train support once more, but that's pretty much it. They do find this Queen of Pain. Oh, and that's a huge kill for Thailand. And Laos, does that just got spotted out? I think Thailand is just gonna steal that away. Laos, they have no way to clear those stacks, honestly. And Min, he's gonna drop the Static Storm, but I'm not sure how long he can survive. One of us kills this from afar, just secure the kill. Jackie's gonna be in, going on top of kill. They're gonna bring Nevermind in as well. He does have the duel, so some extra damage for the Legion Commander. But now they gotta run away. The rest of Thailand, they're already there. And they found a Pango leader. Silenced out by the Orchid, they get stunned, and the Blood Rise follow out. The Sonic is coming through Akito with the Chill Crash. The damage reduction not enough. They still want to try and kill off Fearless, but he's gonna zip and TP to safety. There's no way for BB to cancel that, and now he finds himself in a very precarious position, being chopped by KNP. The press the attack keeps him healthy. Good boundless strike. They need a bit more damage to kill off KNP, and they will. But a good 2-man Earthspike into a Blood Right is gonna make sure that Jackie goes down. Now, Nevermind getting ran at as well. Masaros finds himself a double kill. And they found the Queen of Pain again. This game is slowly slipping away from the grasp of Laos. Again, they need to play ahead. They need this Legion Commander and the Queen of Pain to get the work done. But with how things are looking right now, it feels like Laos, they don't really have an avenue to come back into the game.
Radiant are scanning.
Get smoke from Laos, desperately looking for any sort of pickoffs. But again, Thailand having the same idea. Min is gonna break the smoke, and that's gonna allow Laos to at least temporarily dodge the gank. You see that Rolling Thunder used by Akito, baited out by Fearless. He's even gonna eat a Rupture as well. So Akito, before the TP, the Blood Right, and the Monarch's Kisses finishes him off. Get a silence from the Orchid on courtesy of BB, but a good hex from this Lion. Now they do him out with the Wukong's command. They still lose this Disruptor. The dual victory goes over to Nevermind. I was able to get a couple of trays back, but 4 ultimates used only for Lion. So at the end of the day, it's still worth for Thailand. It's made out all those big ultimates, and we saw so far, I think, yeah, KNP has not died a single time. There's no way for Laos to take him down, honestly.
Your shrine has fallen to the Radiant.
And the game will continue to be
Bottom tower is under attack.
harder and harder for the side of Laos. I think Thailand would need to have a huge misplay for Laos to have a chance to come back. And see, never mind. Yeah, he realizes he can't really go for the Blink Dagger.
Radiant's
But
bottom tower
can't
is
really
under
like
attack.
sustain in the fight, so he's going for the Solar Crest. Trying to buff up his cores. Well, they do find kill. Good jump over with Cookie, but
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
at least Laos was able to get a bit of map control back. Although they certainly wouldn't want to team fight Thailand right now, not when there's the Aegis on the Storm. And Laos so far have not gotten a single tier 1, since like
Radiant's
this bottom
tower
lane will
is
be
under
it.
attack. Radiant
Cliff out.
structures are fortified.
Thailand seems they have intention to defend. It seems like the Red King is staying, so might be expecting some TP from Thailand. Another smoke from Laos. If they can catch a storm, it would certainly be great.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But it seems Thailand might have the right idea. They're gonna run into each other. If he goes in, he blinks on top. It's a good blur from Masaros with the zoning, but they take the Aegis away. One of the skills is used as well. There's a static storm now. Oh my, getting the rupture on top of it. It gets the duo on top of the storm, but they don't have the damage to finish him off. In fact, the duo, of course, is going to be in favor of Fearless. Good Wukong's command. They get the cookie stun on top of the Queen of Pain. Immediately chopped into pieces by KNP. Jackie's going to pop that BKB and try to fight this Stray King. They can come to the Rolling Thunder. Buyback on both the Disruptor and the Queen of Pain. KNP stands his ground. A good shield crash from Aikido, knocking out both the Lion and the Ray King. But the Ray King is still alive, and now they lose the Monkey King and the Queen of Pain. That's the buyback from this Queen of Pain. Because they're also going to lose Aikido as well. He is dead. Thailand is completely obliterating Laos in that fight.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
14k gold lead for Thailand. And you can look at the buyback status, the dieback for the Queen of Pain. That is really going to hurt her. Not really sure how they're gonna come back from the disruptor. He just respawned and they found him again. Never mind, he's thinking about it. But the entirety of Thailand is in his top lane. Oh, a good hacks from Boombell to cancel the Rolling Thunder. That's gonna break the entire chain of combo from Laos. And Thailand just goes for the quick disengage. Aikido found out by the rupture, silenced by the Orchid. It's a bit too far forward. Get the cookie. He actually survives the duel, and now the re-engage from Fearless go right in. BKB up by Jackie. Masaros ends up still going down. Aikido to roll in with the Rolling Thunder. KNP finding a stun, the little Shredders with the kill of Aikido, and of course KNP with 2 chops of the sword. Harvest the bones of this disruptor. He's now a bit too far forward. From tier 3, they should be able to take out his first life. Buyback from Aikido, but again, they don't have a follow-up to Q of KMP. No glimpse. Disrupted really went down. The blink in Akido now with blink shield crash. Get chopped again. KMP trying to man fight. He is disarmed. But a good earth spike stuns up everyone from the side of Laos. KMP just gonna stand his ground. Gonna try to toggle the Umlet to get out of this. Eventually gets his first death. Laos doesn't have the mana to go back in, and maybe this is a chance for Laos to make something happen. Again, press the attack, takes away the Hex. Akido moving forward, try to look for Q. Because BB should be able to take this one. Double kill for the Queen of Pain. But it really took a lot of resources from Thailand. And that wasn't Thailand fighting with their full force as well. It's a tough. Yeah, and Masaros just comes in and gets the kill on top of Nevermind. Still a 14k goal lead. Everyone from the side of Laos have no buyback. And everyone on the side of Thailand, they are ready to fight again if needed. Jackie is going for the Deso next. Still a long way from that item though. See if we can get that in time. They're actually under a ward. It's finally de-warded. Blink Hex. Should be able to get this line out of the way. One of the kisses out as well. Jackie avoiding those. Because the Rupture is gonna keep Akido in place. He does cancel the one of his kisses, and now we get the duel. Finally won by Nevermind. It's gonna be instant buyback from the line. Akido, he's already dead. That's a dieback. Nevermind getting on again. The Blink Scatter Blast destroys him. Get the Solar Crest on the way out, but they're ready. Not that it really mattered. So 2 kills going over Thailand. And there is a buyback on this from his Lion, but it took Laos so long to even finish off the support. Now it's gonna be Thailand going high ground. I don't think Laos has any way to stop this. This might be the last Hura pretty soon. And they found Min. Disrupted out for 35 seconds. They get the Orchid Silence on the Storm, but no follow again. KMP brings forward, and now they're just gonna get the pullback onto BB, who will also die. Fearless is godlike on the Storm. And it's gonna be a first set of racks down. 27 minutes in, 18k goal lead for Thailand.
Stupendous!
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The next Roshan is going to be up in another
Dire's
minute
top
and
tower
20.
has fallen.
I mean, Laos, they have to get the second Roshan. Like if the next Aegis goes over to Thailand, I feel like they can just end the game right then and there. So this is a very tough spot for
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Laos to
attack.
be in.
Hold on to your taters.
Because the entire map now in control of Thailand. They find Min again with the Rupture. And he's gonna be dead. That's Akido now getting found again. Oh, the Mindbreaker silence. KNP just... Yes, pops BKB.
I merely will preemptive flesh tricks.
Do also find BB on the side. Yeah, this is starting to get a bit sweaty. Slightly worrisome.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This might be the last hurrah for Laos. And they get a kill on the Monkey King. Static Storm is out. To be able to force the buyback from Jackie. He needs to rejoin this fight as soon as possible. They get a duel onto Q. The Boundless Strike down. They will be able to claim the Snapfire as Master Rossi is very far in. Should be a death from the Seeker as well. Bit of an overextension from the side of Thailand. But they still walk away with the racks. Or at least one of it. Thailand kind of just playing a bit reckless with that lead. Because second Roshan is up, Laos most likely will be looking to go for it. They'll be able to get on top of the Roshan, but it looks like Thailand, they might be ready to contest this. They'll be able to do so. KNP goes in, chops up mid. There's a Wukong's command, huge Earth Spike. Oh, what a great run from Boombell. He does die, but the rest of his team is going to clean up. And one of his kisses used as well, just in case. GG is called. There's no way Laos will be able to stand up to this.
Radiant victory.
Absolute performance from Thailand. In game 1, it was a close one. It was Thailand able to manage those team fights, but game 2 was a complete outdraft from Thailand. The Bloodseeker, Brave King, and Storm, they all came together, and you can see that the members of Laos were not able to do anything at all. In lane and in those team fights, this Pangolier completely nullified by Masaros' Bloodseeker, and Boombell on the Lion played a phenomenal game. So really loving what Thailand did in the draft, and congratulations, they will now proceed into the grand finals of the SEAEF Championship 2021, which will be played tomorrow. So Thailand, they're done for the day. Same as Laos, they are not out of the tournament just yet, but they will be playing the 3rd and 4th placing match tomorrow as well. Coming up, we still have one more semi-finals to go. It's going to be between the Philippines and Myanmar. And the Philippines, the undefeated team from Group B, against Myanmar, who won the tiebreaker against Singapore yesterday to qualify for the semi-finals. We will see how that turns out. But first, we're going to head for a short break, and we will be back for more Dota action.